Hello, hello, wherever you are on this delightful, wonderful world of ours called Earth, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, young men, old men, young women, old women. My topic for the day is something that we all experience riding on the elevator. My question is I was discussing this with a coworker of mine here in the state of Maryland while we was giving a park test. On the elevator, why do everyone face the door? He was talking to me. He said, if a man or a woman, boy or girl, man or woman, face to face, it gives a high level of discomfort. And I said, wow, that's something worth talking about on my Jolly Soul YouTube channel. Why do we feel uncomfortable face to face? And it doesn't matter. It can be a husband and wife on the elevator. If they standing right in front of each other's face, it's uncomfortable. It could be your son or your daughter. If you are riding the elevator with your son or daughter, and if you are looking directly in their face, it's uncomfortable. Whether it's your brother, your sister, like I said, your mother or your father, a close relative, just by being on that elevator, if you're looking directly in their face while you're riding on the elevator, it is incredibly uncomfortable. So I was wondering, now, why do we always face towards the door? Usually, that's an obvious answer because we're waiting for the door to open. But if you've been on some elevators, which is rare, have two doors. One let us on and another let us off. And I guess on those two-way elevators, maybe people have to be looking at each other face to face because it depends on what side you're getting out on. So, like I said, and I think it may have to do with your personal space because in daily life, no one is straight up in your face, separated you about a matter of mere centimeters. I say they may be about 15 on the elevator. The person who's looking at you face to face, they may be between 10 or 15 meters away from your face. I think the reason we do not look at each other face to face on an elevator because nowhere in daily life is someone directly in our personal space. So that could be it. If a person is looking at you face to face, almost nose to nose, you saying, damn, this person is almost in my space. But if the person is right beside you, touching your shoulders, directly in front of you, while you're looking at the back of their head, or someone is immediately behind you, that person is still in your personal space, and we don't have any qualms with it. Because if you notice, the elevator is one of the only instruments that I can think of where people are bunched together like sardines. Nowhere else in life is someone directly in your personal space. If you're working in an office, you have a good 3 or 2 meters separation between you and someone else. If you're in the same classroom, I never saw two teachers, the teacher and the assistant teacher. I rarely see them sitting side by side. From a natural point of view, we create our own space. The elevator is the only medium where we can dare tolerate somebody being in our personal space for about, how long is a typical elevator? About 30 seconds to a minute. And we have no qualms with it. As long as they're not looking at you face to face, nose to nose, looking directly in your eyeballs, I think that's the only time where we feel uncomfortable on the elevator. Like I said earlier, on the elevator, people they are in your personal space. It's just more offensive if they are directly in front of your face. That's when we highly become offended with them. So that's my little take, my good people. Being on the elevator, we cannot take looking at somebody face to face. In normal life, we rarely have somebody a mere 10 or 15 centimeters away from us. But as I stated earlier, the elevator is one of the only mediums where we as humans allow somebody to come into shoulder width of us. Someone to be directly standing behind us and we don't get offended. Someone directly in front of us, we don't get offended. We just get offended on the elevator if we looking eyeball to eyeball. So that's my take. If you got any comments, please leave a comment. If you like my discussion of this insightful daily event that happens to us almost every day, we all catch elevators, especially when we're in a government building or some type of hospital building. We regularly catch elevators. If you work in the building with elevators, I'm sure every day you get on a crowded elevator where people are all around you and you don't get offended because they're in your space. Like I said, you only get upset or mad if they're looking right in front of you. If you feel their breath on your face, if you feel their breath in your face, then I may get offended. Because if they're standing right behind you, they still breathing on you. But I guess you don't mind somebody breathing on your neck. You just don't want them to be in your face. So, like I said, if you like my discussion, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe to this channel, where I talk about anything that interests me, whether it's sports, daily life, shopping, going to the car wash, whatever interests me, I talk about it on this channel. You can subscribe. If you're already a subscriber and you would like to be notified immediately when I upload new content, please click on the bell button. If you would like to share this, please do so. You can share it either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, G+, Vimeo, or whatever is your favorite social media platform. Thank you for stopping by and enjoy your next elevator ride.